Hello, y'all. It's excuse me, 1:04 p.m. So now I'm sitting up, and I got a yawn. Excuse me. That was a big mega yawn. Sorry about that. Excuse me. So this neighbor right here, I guess the other people must have left. The people who had the loud TV, they must have left. They must have moved out or left. So well, I just heard a perp turn on the ignition of a loud truck outside right now. So the perps next door that they used to have their TV for the past couple of nights. Thank God I have not been able. I haven't been hearing any TV, and I've been getting back my peace and quiet back mostly. Even during the day, like earlier when I was just eating. They had a little bit of noise here and there, but I was able to eat my I didn't get to have breakfast, but I was able to eat my lunch in peace and quiet without having to, use up more battery and MP3 player. So I had this whoever this fucker was beating and banging and tapping and making all kinds of noise all night long. And because of that, and they had the perps outside that had a loud vehicle, second or third day in a row, had a loud vehicle and pulled off at precisely 3:57 a.m. in the morning and startled me. I nearly jumped out this doggone bed. Loud rattling vehicle, second or third early morning in a row at 3:57 a.m. in the morning. Did I say p.m.? I'm sorry, a.m. in the morning. 3:57 a.m. in the morning. That I would be shaken and startled, trying to go to sleep, and no sleep. So y'all see this dent in my forehead? You can see it now. So I don't know when I ended up with this or how or why I got it. But so I mean, and I heard a couple of more loud vehicles before 6 o'clock in the morning. And I'm like, this is doggone ridiculous. Motorcycles, this, that, whatever, So, I was wondering what that perp next door was doing. If you were making loud banging and beating and dropping stuff or whatever you was doing. Keeping me up all night long. Bing, bing, bang. Boom, 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 whatever. All kinds of noises, all kinds of sounds. And then they made that dripping noise, whatever that was. So it was like a dripping and tapping noise. And then also at some point in the middle of the night after I finished the video, they did the high-pitched ring in my ear again. And did something else electronic to me, I don't remember. So then finally fell asleep. I think got close to 6 o'clock in the morning. Or was it 5? No, it was close to 6 o'clock in the morning. And then I think another loud truck, a loud vehicle. So I think I woke up at 8 o'clock and then went straight back to sleep. And then I think this morning I finally woke up. I think it was about 11:08 in the morning that I woke up. And then I used the bathroom, got dressed, and then went downstairs to try to tell the front desk guy about the I told him about the toilet, and also asked for some soap and 2 rolls of toilet paper. I think he did once before. I thought that was my first time asking him, but I think he did give me toilet paper once before. So the reason why I asked for 2 rolls of toilet paper, me being here all day, I guess I do go through approximately a whole roll of toilet paper, or maybe it might take me a day and a half to go through a whole roll of toilet paper. But so then, I mean, wow, what's this high traffic? Damn. So I mean, I so I mean, when I asked the guy, he's the guy with the guy at the front desk with the red and black. I don't know if it's plaid or flannel. The red and black long sleeve shirts that people wear in the winter, and a lot of perps wear it. It's like a red and black checkerboard, Masonic checkerboard looking, um, you know, button down shirt. Excuse me. And so he has dirty hands. When they're not that dirty, but he got like kind of dirty hands. So like dirty hands and dirty fingers. He's a front desk guy that has hands dirty and like dirty enough to be like a maintenance man kind of. So when I was quite scared to tell him about the toilet, but this past Friday he acted like he extra loved me, and I think he gave me a kind of a discount on the payment for the room. But he wasn't really straightforward with me. But thanks for leaving me to pay less. So so I paid a little less this time, this past Friday than the previous 2 Fridays, and then he said afterwards it'll go back up to the regular price. But the other guy, I mean, they had this guy that I thought worked here, but he was a resident here, a Hispanic guy, and he's like, well, yeah, I saw there was a $46 credit on my on my payment or whatever. And so I don't remember what the other guy, what the front desk guy told him, but it ain't my business. But but I guess we'd be confused if I didn't get that big of a discount. A discount, but I guess like the first 2 weeks I was charged $335.30 or something like that. I think I remember that's how much it cost. That was how much my, like $335. That was how much my rent was living in Denton, Texas in 2007. And then they raised it up to like 360 and then 375 and then 390, and they weren't raising our income at that time. So I was forced to end up homeless because they kept on raising the rent but didn't raise our social security income. So 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 I mean this past Friday, the guy charged me like $320.33. And I'm like, well, oh, thanks. That was less than, I guess, about $15 or so less than, the first 2 weeks. And then he said next week it'll go up to the regular price, like I guess $360 or something like that. Well, I think he said $350 to $6 or something like that, and some change. But so when I tried to ask him for some soap, toilet paper, and I told him about the toilet, and he treated me like as if I was very disgustingly annoying, and like he was sick and tired of me, and like I deserved to be punished. And he tried to narcissistically lecture me about how they don't have soap available after that. They don't give out soap after you first move in. And that, we just recently started. No, I'm not going to give you 2 rolls of toilet paper. I'm only going to give you 1. And from now on, we're going to start charging $1 per roll. And so it's like, all this bitching behind asking for toilet paper. Y'all abusive, narcissistic gang stalkers really don't want me here, huh? So if I got mad and left, they would have made it like I was the laughing stock of the TI community. Oh, Candy, the perps would have made it like, well, Candy, got mad. Candy, left the hotel because she was mad because he wouldn't give her free toilet paper or whatever. But they've been giving me toilet paper, and I try to ask for 2 rolls because they have some entire days where I do not want to even leave out of this room. So, I'm not even a troublemaker. I just stay here in my room. I have never complained to the front desk about the noise. And I never complained to the front desk about the noise. And the hotel neighbor's noise. And I stay in here, the only time I really leave, like other than that errand that I had to do just about 2 weeks ago, and that Saturday, my second day here, those 2 times were the only 2 times that I left out of here. That I gotta be forced to imprison myself or put myself on an unofficial house arrest to gain my own peace of mind and avoid the in-person gang stalking. Well, as much as possible. So I've been staying in my room, sometimes not even leaving out of the room for like 2 or 3 days at a time. So, how am I the biggest nuisance for asking for doggone toilet paper? Or is it just another gang stalking tactic to make me feel inferior and if you trying to give me narcissistic, fake, covert hints that, oh, you a bad person and you wore out your welcome and we don't want you here no more. I mean, because I told y'all about that white girl that would work in the evenings. She would I thought I would be safer like asking for help wherever I need in the morning, because she give me a hard time in the evenings. And so I didn't know, their policies on products or whatever. So it's like, it was last time, I think, I asked her for some toilet paper and soap. And she gave me 2 rolls of toilet paper, but then she had an attitude about the soap and be like, we don't have soap. Like, you didn't have to answer me or in that tone. I asked you only once and you treated me like as if I was repeatedly pestering you with the same question multiple times when I asked you only once. And then anything I ask her for, the answer generally is always nope, 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 nope. So I don't know if they're just doing it to me. Other people really don't care. They're not really bothered, because they're probably perps that are part of the hive mind program. So they have all these different doors closed that I have to be. I mean, they're trying to make it as inconvenient, unpleasant, and undesirable as possible to live here, to live and stay here. So they're giving me the feeling that that I'm not welcome here. I mean, when I first got here, they had one lady, the lady that was mopping the floor. She was a perp throwing up devil horns. It's like, I don't know if she's playing the role of both housekeeper and front desk. Well, that might explain that sometimes I see her behind the front desk, but in the morning, she's old, well, not old, but she's pretty old, and she's short as fuck. Very short. And so she was mopping the floor this morning, and the floor was sticky. She didn't give me a straight answer. I'm like, because I was afraid, because I didn't want ants or she said, well, I might have to go back over it again. She said something about that somebody spilled some she mopped the whole hallway floor. And she said that somebody spilled, like, squeeze it or something like that. So I just hope that I don't have to worry about ants or roaches up in this room carried from my shoes. So I mean, I don't even know. It's a doggone iffy that because when I was staying at the extended stay close to UWF campus in Pensacola, they gave you as much I know it was a different company, but, and we're in a different city and state, but they gave me as much toilet paper and soap as you needed. But other people would give me like 2 pieces of soap, and they were tiny, very small. But the mentally off, slow, retarded, light-skinned girl, I think she had green eyes. And she used to work the front desk, and she would have an attitude. And she would retarded, narcissistically, and fake self-righteously give me 1 little thing of soap. But the other workers, they would give me 2 things of soap. So they give me 2 rolls of toilet paper if I ask for it. As I said, that's like buying in bulk, so you won't have to go out as frequently, to buy things. So even there, I had an entire day where I just stayed inside the room, or even a few days. I never got to stay there a whole week. But those beds were so delicate and fragile. A lot of people complained about the beds, the bed frame and everything used to be so thin and small, and I used to be so scared. And the more careful I try to be, that's the more susceptible it was to trying to break. But they changed the name of this business. They changed the name of this business here, I guess maybe for the new year. And they probably remodeled it. It looks like they remodeled it, but it's not luxury at all. But this is a very nice it's a very nice looking, you can tell it's been remodeled. It's got a lot of dust, but it's all right. But you can tell it's remodeled. But this is a really really nice hotel. Like this room right here, I mean, it might look like an efficiency apartment, I guess. It might, or y'all call it efficiency or studio. I don't know what's the difference. Efficiency, studio, flat, loft, or whatever. It looked like a 0-bedroom apartment, but it's weird because the only thing that looks like an apartment is the small little kitchen. But this bed area and the sofa and the desk looks like a elitist kind of executive hotel or something. Looks like an elitist kind of executive hotel but the sofa is dirty with kind of stains on it, and I don't even sit on the sofa. But it got like a nice coffee table and nightstands or whatever. It's like really nice in here. They got pictures, frame artwork and pictures on the wall. Few lamps up in here. And yeah, but I'm glad I get some peace and quiet here. But the way the guy treated me over the toilet paper and soap and stuff, it seemed like he wanted to discipline and handle me right away, and like, I'm sick of you asking. So, I mean, I felt psychologically, mentally, and emotionally sour, and felt like, they don't want, I mean, I felt bad. I'm like, they don't want me here. They don't want me here. And so they close. Sometimes they'll have a lot of the doors open, and then it seems like every door you go through, you have to use your key and open. Or they'll, at their own convenience, just have one moment where you can be at ease with walking and going through one door to another, and in another time it seems like they want to just close all the doors any time of the day and just make so many hurdles. Me having OCD and having to touch but it's like a hassle and difficult just to, especially when you got a lot of stuff in your hands. It's difficult to maneuver through. They got the fake crusty dirty garbage trucks, huh? So you hear it? So that's doggone distracting me. So I came back up here, you know, feeling like frustrated, highly frustrated, and feeling like I don't want to stay here no more. Because, you know, the way he treated me, the way that the front step, I mean, he made it like as if he wanted to only give me one roll of toilet paper and then start charging. Yeah, I think he said something about we had already started charging $1. So I'm going to just give you, no, I'm going to only give you one roll. But when I first got here, they told me that they do give soap powder. I mean, I don't know, not give, but you know, they sell soap powder or something like that. I mean, like they wouldn't even, I mean, the other girl said that they don't even sell soap powder. But I have to hear narcissistic lectures about wasting my money if I buy my own toilet paper and soap powder um and soap and everything like that. So, well, I did not know that it's a rule now. Because y'all, they changed their business over and, I mean, changed the name and switched to another business name or something. And then that might have been why they were giving discounts to new people. And then they have this, and that's pushing towards the mark of the beast, that they have the laundromat that you have to connect to this app on your phone, and they use no cash, and they connect to the app on your phone to get the machine, the washer and dryers to operate. And I'm like, I ain't never heard no shit like this, but I heard that that's I never heard of nothing like that, but I probably did. But you know, they want you to use strictly your phone to. They don't want you to put any. You can't put any coins inside the machine. But as I said, it's an advantage that I don't have to worry about the perps trying to mess with my clothes, because I think the clothes will stay it will stay locked the whole time. They will stay locked the whole time, that the whole 60 minutes or the whole 30 minutes or whatever. But unless the washer or dryer would be done with the cycle, but yeah, I mean, but I'm glad I was able to wash my clothes. But I was worried. I know I put the shampoo in there. I mean, since you fuckers don't want to sell anybody no doggone soap powder, I've had to do it before. So, so soap powder, yeah. So, but I didn't see any big sudsing or anything like that. But my clothes smelled completely and totally neutral, like no smell at all. So it must have worked, but I guess depending on the brand of hotel shampoo, I guess it would foam up like, you know, any other detergent. So I have to ration the little bit of soap that I have, and me staying here week to week and not knowing, you know, how long I would stay here, I would end up, you know, I had to do something really odd, and I used the Kirk's bar soap and used one of my socks because I felt like I didn't want to stain up or ruin the hotel towels and washcloths and stuff. So I would use one of my socks, a clean sock, and use it as my as a dish rag, and use Kirk's bar soap or hotel soap and from previous hotels, the little bit of soap I have left, and rub and scrub the soap in the sock, and then clean the plastic dishes from, if they had a container of ramen noodles or something, if I reuse that, wash and reuse that one rather than going out and separately paying for dishes, because it wasn't guaranteed for me to have enough help last Friday. But then, thankfully, by the grace of God, I was able to have, an extra week to get to stay here. But as I said, the staff is making me feel unwanted here. And I mean, as I said, I'm not even a bother, a pest, a nuisance or nothing. So, just like they try to blame me for the smoke alarm thing, the smoke detector, and wanted me kicked out of here in 10 minutes for something I didn't do. And they're all abusive, narcissistic perps. But the supposed big manager answered the phone and was very nice and welcoming and acted like as if she loved me when I came here, Like I mean, she treated me like I was very, very welcome, and I know she didn't know me, but she acted like as if she really extra loved me, and I was very, very welcome here. But the short lady that I don't know if she's a maintenance lady. I'm sorry, not maintenance. I don't know if she was a housekeeper or a front desk lady, but she acted kind of weird, but and throwing up satanic hand signs and all that. But yeah, the other lady, that was, I guess she was the big boss, the real big boss. She um she was the only one who was the nicest and treated me like very welcome, but that was the only one time, the only one time that I saw her. And then after that, I never saw her again. And then they had these other people, that guy and that what, the one that scapegoated and wrongfully blamed me about the smoke detector and wanted me packed up and out of here within 10 minutes. And I would have had to leave everything behind, because no way in hell can I pack up food and everything and gather trash and all that in 10 minutes. I'm disabled. I can't work quick like that. So I was in the middle of eating. I kind of just started eating. And the maintenance man was quick, efficient, and nice and respectful. And I apologized profusely. And he said, "Don't worry, it happens." So what do you do even at hotels and restaurants, and then you targeted and get treated like you ain't welcome? I mean, they probably give perps free soap and toilet paper. Perps that are neighbors here. Or if they're perps that are residents here, they probably can ask for free toilet paper. And they probably just tell the bullshit to the target in an effort to make you feel like less than. Because remember, if targets are viewed as slaves, and less, like they said that a slave is considered 3/5 of a human, and if you have no rights. And excuse me. And then They say a targeted individual is looked at as 3/5 of a human, and they're human trafficking and enslaving us in an effort to coerce us into the satanic cult, satanic New World Order cult. So, damn, to be made to feel like shit over some damn toilet paper. And I heard that it's part of Satan's schemes to elevate animals above humans that are made in God's image. So they say it's new age and satanic to run around here talking about how you love animals more than you love people. But people really are so fucking disgusting, but I mean frustrating kind of disgusting, with whoever's abusive narcissistic perps. So if you want to wrongfully punish me and make me feel unwelcome over asking about toilet paper and soap and stuff like that, well, y'all should have said something from the beginning, or told us in some paper full of rules or something, or when we signed the paper to check in here or something. I understand. I guess they're a new business or something, but I don't know. I don't know. So that's my gang stalking bullshit for the day. The in-person gang stalking bullshit for the day. But, I would hate to leave here because of that incident. I'm like, well, okay, from now on, if I stay here longer, I may have to, don't get mad at me for buying they hit me in my heart right here. Don't get mad at me for buying soap and toilet paper and laundry detergent. So, but I'm gonna try to ask anyway for if I mean, I don't even have that many people for support, but I've been trying to earn via my writings. Been trying to earn but it's like, I feel like, what do you subscribe to me for if I try to do videos or whatever based on my short stories? I know it's kind of harder because but you can pause the video and read or whatever. But it seems like people ain't really interested in my short stories, and they never have been really, my so-called YouTube subscribers. But the online perps, they got an issue with everything I do. I'm not talking about them. But but I guess maybe people prefer for me to I'll still do it both ways anyway, but I even let y'all know, well, hey, I put a short story in a community post, and sometimes I'll be surprised if I get like 7 or more thumbs up, but usually I might get 2 or 3. But if I put it in the video, I'll be lucky if I get 1. But and then I don't know what's going on with the YouTube Shorts thing. That I don't know if YouTube has a problem or an issue with, not all, but the majority of my TikTok videos. If I upload one of the TikTok videos to YouTube, it seemed like as if they block that, they don't like, I mean, they cause the ad suitability in the yellow dollar sign. And I'm like, damn, they're blocking and hindering me from making anything. And so I heard about how they're gonna make it a big thing for people for creators, content creators on YouTube to make a living and via YouTube Shorts from starting March. And so ever since I got monetized, if I got like over, now I have at least 1,200 subscribers, and it's like, how the hell when I only get like 11 views on a shorts video? And it's like, wow, all these videos. And there was a point in time when, before I got monetized, especially after dealing with Trisha, my shorts videos would blow up. But the last time I had a video to blow up, a shorts video to blow up, was when the perps were rejoicing. The perps in downtown Pensacola were rejoicing when they rejoiced when I left, and got in the Uber and went to the hotel. And that got like, I don't remember how many likes, but I remember it had over 5,000 views. But the online perps, if I get 5,000 views, which is super rare, if I get 5,000 views and 48 likes, I'll go to sleep and then wake up the next morning and the 48 likes go all the way down to 19. And I'm like, wow, they're really trying to block me from flourishing, or blocking the truth from getting out. Now, like, they're super hating for real, and they're not playing fair. So, yeah, I have a big fear of ending up back on the streets this coming Friday, within a few days. But I get the feeling that they're disgusted with me and don't like me here. I don't know if that man changed his opinion about me behind what that you know what did to me, because he was standing right there. But at this hotel, I mean, I feel comfortable with this room, and I really like this room. I feel comfortable with this room, and I like this room. And I felt like I wanted to stay here for as long as possible. I didn't want to leave the room. But, one thing I wish they would do, and then like an extended stay, if you're paying weekly, and if you pay for enough weeks to be a month, I wish that they could make it to where you can, if you stayed enough weeks to be a month, that I wish they would make it to where, say on your 4th or 5th week or so, that they can come like prorate it and combine everything and manipulate for where you'll be to pay for the total price for a month. But no, I think if you're paying by the week, they'll charge you by the week. But no way in hell would I have like the money for $1,200 or so, tax included. I don't know how much it would be with tax included, but I thought they said $10.99 plus tax for a whole month to stay here. But they're not giving. It's like they're making it like there ain't no housing here in Cincinnati. So I don't know if I woke up this morning and a couple of employers, I guess, tried to contact me, and it seems like certain jobs have been postponing and manipulating and canceling interviews on me and everything like that. So whatever happened to that airport job that was hiring immediately and that they needed people really bad? With my disability, I can't do janitorial and dishwashing anymore, and it makes my OCD worse. And I can't be around noise. But I mean, I'm frustrated and mad that the abusive, narcissistic gang stalkers have turned all my support away, and I can't even make a flourishing living from writing. But if you stop them from making a living, with their gang stalking, you know, if if you stop them, then they'll make threats to sue you for stopping their livelihood. But I don't know what make these fuckers think that torturing, tormenting, terrorizing, stalking, harassing, and abusing, narcissistically abusing people, destroying lives is not a career. It's not a real job. And then y'all talking about Candy doesn't have any work ethic. What that means is Candy doesn't have any perp ethic. That's what they're trying to say, that Candy doesn't have any gang stalking ethic. Candy doesn't have any perp ethic. And then once falsely say, oh, you lazy and don't want to work. The translation means Candy doesn't want to perp. Excuse me. Oh. So this coming week, it'll be this tease of borderline spring weather during the day, but winter weather, like winter weather at night. And I heard that there's supposed to be a severe storm coming one day this week. And I feel like it would be a miracle if I had help by multiple people. It would be a miracle if I had help with $400 to stay here and food included. But that's like it was the first couple of weeks, it was less than 400. But I mean with the, I guess, discount that I got, it was a small discount, I guess, but I put that towards groceries. So today I had that bowl of Asian chicken flavored rice noodles with the little vegetables, and I had the last piece of rib and the last 3 pieces of chicken, the fried chicken. I mean, I be trying to stay away from fried chicken and fried fish and stuff, but you know, I didn't have much of a choice. But see, I was able to take $30 worth of meat and food or whatever, meat and rice and fries, and stretch them for 4 days and 4 meals, like 4 different days. But when I would be homeless on the streets in Pensacola, $30, that's one day of breakfast, lunch, and dinner. And then they started to raise the prices, and I had to spend more. But see, I had the refrigerator that I can put, leftovers, and I was able to save money like that. But and having cereal and milk or having oatmeal in the morning. Well, since I woke up so late, I just straight up ate lunch, but I I probably could have ate the flaxseed oatmeal, but I'll do the reverse and do something weird and have I don't know if I use peanut butter or coconut oil. I have like the almost the last of the peanut butter. If I have peanut butter oatmeal or coconut oil oatmeal, I might do the coconut oil with the if I have just oatmeal and broccoli and call it dinner. um and they got I mean I got some kind of frozen fruit. I didn't realize that the frozen fruit was for smoothies. The frozen berries or something. I didn't realize it was for smoothies. So yeah, I mean it's really scary, asking for help and trying to get help and everything. And I showed y'all. It's like I guess I'm not gonna panhandle downtown Cincinnati anymore. I can't do it. Ain't because nobody is they don't have that southern hospitality, but you know because we ain't in the south. But um like um it's like in the downtown Cincinnati, they're worse than Pensacola. And I thought New Orleans was pretty bad. I thought New Orleans was pretty bad with refusing to help you. But the only way people will donate to you is if you're an able-bodied 20-year-old white male with a dog. And then people will pour out all their fake love and whatever. But if you're a disabled female with no dog, then you know they throw stones at you and tell you to go get a job. But you trying to look for jobs and nothing. And it had an now somebody said that she filled somebody online said that she filled out over 100 job applications and got not one interview. So it's happening to a lot of people, targeted or not. But the government want to control you and won't allow you to make your own business and flourish. I heard that they're forcing everything to be corporatized, and they got rid of mom and pop stores. Unless it's the Asians running them in the ghetto black neighborhoods, whereas a whole bunch of high crime and stuff. Where Asians and Middle Easterns and sometimes Mexicans. Like if Asians don't even freaking live in the hood in Los Angeles, but they'll run a Chinese food and donut shop there. And the black people in Los Angeles will warn me saying, don't eat the Chinese food, you know, in the hood or whatever, because they douse it and be trying to kill people with the MSG, and they don't eat the food. They don't eat that food themselves. So I mean, even though I just recently ordered some Chinese from a Chinese place, but um, that place didn't seem like a like it's like at certain Asian food restaurants, if you eat hood Chinese food, they'll give you plentiful amount of food for a cheap price, but douse it in a whole bunch of MSG and a whole bunch of butter or whatever other oil, trying to kill you. And they don't even eat that food themselves. And I saw a YouTube video of a lady trying to explain why Asians don't really eat Chinese food. Like, what y'all? So this confirmation that y'all don't eat your own food, but you serve it to blacks in low income neighborhoods. But in the rich, affluent neighborhoods, the food may be more expensive and less plentiful, but it's more nutritious and healthier. Plus, you freaking sleep better at night. Like, if they put a piece of mint and give like duck meat soup or something like that, and with noodles and soup and vegetables and like mint and duck, like meat from duck, like roast duck or something like that, and then you freaking sleep like a baby for a whole damn week. So yeah, because when I was in fake Gretna, staying at that Century Inn motel that they don't have, I mean that place closed down, and that place was there for years, off the expressway in Gretna, and um they had, I think it's 3 Happiness restaurant or 5 Happiness restaurant that was right across the street from the motel. And on rare occasions I have gone there. It's right next door. And so a few times I had whatever dish, and then it would have mint in the soup or something like that, or rice or whatever with mint. And then I would end up sleeping all week long. It happened a couple of times, but a couple of times the perps, I didn't realize about the gang stalking, but the perps were determined to keep me awake for like 2 weeks or whatever. But I guess I would stay there for like a week or two at that motel. It used to be $250 a week, and then after the money ran out, I had to be back on the streets again. And it didn't cross my mind to come on, stop. Vehicles that loud in the early in the morning kept me awake. But it didn't even cross my mind. I heard about targeted individuals and stuff, but I didn't realize that there was a community. So I didn't realize on Tumblr back then I was retweeting, I'm sorry, reblogging or reposting information about, like, far back as 2012, 13, 14, posting information about targeted individuals and gang stalking. Because the first time I ever heard of the term targeted individual, it could have been 2011, but definitely 2012 I knew about it. And a lot of people used to be talking about targeted individuals and gang stalking, but they used to be a whole bunch of fucking new age popular fake truthers. And they all huddled together and had me blocked, and in the same way Twitter is now. But I don't know if it's just the people I'm following, but my Twitter ain't the same the way it was in 2010, that I was following a bunch of celebrities and following people who follow celebrities. And I think I first got a Twitter in 2009, and I forgot how I found out about it. And that was the last of the MySpace days too. It was the last of the MySpace days. Um I don't even know when MySpace really shut down. I think it shut down. I mean, I don't know if it's 2009 or 2010, but um, MySpace, Tom Anderson wasn't considered corrupt like Mark Zuckerberg. And Tom was everybody's friend. Tom was everybody's friend, and they had the top 8, and so but I did hear something about human trafficking or something like that. But I think um a friend that I went to college with and went to Costa Rica, I met her in Costa Rica, named Nadine. And Nadine, I think she introduced me to Zanga and MySpace. And I didn't know it was social networking. I was excited because I mistakenly thought it was my own website. But I didn't realize it was called social networking. And then since when did they start calling it social media? But I never did Snapchat, and I broke my promise to never do TikTok and Instagram, and never get back on Facebook. But something about Facebook has, I don't know if it's a family thing or a Facebook thing, that I couldn't do Facebook because Facebook always made me suicidal depressed. But I don't know what other social medias they got on here. I'm not talking about Truth Social or nothing like that, but I tried that Parlor thing and tried to add professed targeted individuals on Parlor, and they all huddled together and blocked me. But I heard that Parlor, they don't have Parlor anymore. But it's like I can't even share a new social media account with YouTube subscribers because the perps take advantage and use another avenue to harass and stalk. Like at the moment, that fake wannabe Darnell Williams perp is the only perp harassing me on TikTok. I mean, my twin sister's cult followers, they tried to harass me, but I blocked all their accounts. And J Demon Rotten shit fraudulently and illegally falsely made herself to be the first. You didn't deserve that. You didn't have a right to do that. To to be like, why the hell you want to stalk and follow somebody you can't stand? I never pressed to follow. I never subscribed to her on YouTube, and I never follow her on social media ever. But I blocked whatever avenue, you know. But the fake Darnell Williams perp, he I don't know how he's like. Whenever I block his phone number, he doesn't. From what I know, it doesn't. I don't think he has this phone number, but I'd be too afraid to give people my number because I'd be afraid that if I have an argument with this person, then they'll go and give the perps my damn phone number and stuff like that. So it's like even professed targeted individuals, you can't even fucking trust them. You can't fucking trust them. So so in the middle of the night, I had updated my pinned tweet on Twitter, and I put it in the copied and pasted it onto YouTube and did a small little baby TikTok video about it, and you know, letting people know I still need help, and letting people know I'm a homeless author and or whatever. But so They have this. I think I heard they're just friends, but I don't think they're a couple. But the guy claims that he's Jay Z's son, like illegitimate son that he doesn't claim. And they have dreads kind of similar, but they don't look shit alike. But I'm like, wow, you claim to be Jay Z's son, but you don't look nothing like him. But he claimed to be targeted, and him and his friend, female friend, I guess, they're homeless, living in a vehicle, and they get a lot of help. They get a lot of help, asking for help. But me, I mean, they get some attacks, but me, it's like, dang, I can't even get any video views. Y'all still doing? Y'all still picking up trash, and it only take a couple of seconds. So, so when you see how easily distracted I get with my disability. So I yeah, I think only two people from TikTok have helped me out before financially since I had a TikTok. But I thought TikTok would have been another avenue for me to seek help and expose the truth about my gang stalking, and also share my short stories and stuff like that. But it's like they're blocking me from getting any views. So TikTok falsely took down my video in the middle of the night, and then I appealed it, and I'm glad that they restored it. So when I went to switch out my pin posts on Twitter, I saw on the previous pin post that narc ass phony Anthony created two or three more Twitter accounts to bully, harass, and threaten me. And I didn't realize that was on February 3rd, but I didn't see, or I didn't notice until in the middle of the night, super early this morning. So it's been almost 2 months since that online incident happened. And so, but I just saw the post that he made two more accounts to bully, harass, and threaten me, and did a lot of unfair shit. And he keeps lying and saying he's not a perp, and he is a perp. And he's like, yeah, a perp wouldn't donate you any money. Perps have given me money before, like Trisha, but it was money she borrowed from a friend. And her friend was older than her, and her friend had Stockholm syndrome with her friend Kim or whatever. And I forgot what Caribbean island. I don't remember what Caribbean islands that Kim is from. I don't want to say the wrong country, but Trisha is Haitian, and I think Kim is Jamaican or something like that. But Kim Trisha tried to convince Kim that she's targeted too, and Kim didn't want to believe that Kim herself is considered targeted. But it sounded to me that Trisha was gang stalking Kim. I mean, it's like she was gang stalking Kim herself. But it's like if Kim was making $80,000 a year, and Trisha told me to go and ask Kim for some money, and for to stay in that motel for another week, and I felt scared to do it. Like I didn't have the guts, but But it's like, wow, you get $80,000 a year. You have a career or a job where you get $80,000 a year and you can't even help me. But then again, I heard that Kim had just lost her job or something like that, like right when I came down over to my hometown, New Orleans, by Trisha. So Trisha and Kim had some weird stuff going on when I got down there. She led me on to think that them two were close friends, and they had an argument or a falling out, and I didn't know until after I got there. And Trisha did some shady stuff to Kim. So yeah, Anthony was like, if I was, you know, if I was a perp, I would have donated you any money or whatever. Well, if you weren't a perp, you wouldn't team up with my perps to gang up on and bully me, and then use our all people Aaliyah as a weapon against me. And he tried to say, well, how I handle my perps is none of your business. And then he tried to say, well, you know, I'm gonna take legal action against you if you don't take down my. Well, you put my name out first and lied on me. So then he could throw in my face the smear campaigns about what my twin sister said when he said that perps were calling him a pedophile too. So, but he wanted to believe the lie. Him and Darius, they both act like they believe the lie about my twin sister. But Darius even said that perps called him a pedophile and lied and said he molested kids too. So why would they, if they know it hurts them, why would they bully me and believe the same false rumors about me? So Anthony sit there and throw in my face, oh, you tell me what you did to Raven and whatever. But then you telling me that how you handle perps is none of your business. I mean, none of my business, because I said, why? How many of your gang stalkers have you threatened legal action against? And talking about some cease and desist. And that's how abusive narcissistic perps and sellout fake TI perps. That's how they fight dirty, that they start slandering and bullying you. And then when you come back with the truth, then they want to threaten lawsuits and cease and desist letters. I mean, Anthony tried to bully, harass, and control and threaten me, but he's defenseless and scared of his parents. If he just turned 38, how is he still living underneath his parents? And his parents, I mean, he think he can boss and control me, but if he say that his parents restrict and control him to only eat once a day, that Anthony's not allowed to eat. And Anthony's not even fucking skinny. I know I ain't skinny either, but for you to say you eat one meal a day, you're not even skinny. And so Anthony, he bragged in my face about, not physically face to face, but online. He bragged about, he narcissistically bragged about having over $50,000 a year. And I'm like, well, okay, if you had such a great career, how and why are you living with your parents? And now he's saying he gets Social Security or SSI or whatever, and that he's disabled and can't work due to PTSD. I'm like, if you don't get your fucking ass out of here, talking about, and he be begging for money too. So he did like the perps do and say, don't donate to the scammer. But you sitting there asking for donations for flash drives and stuff like that. $80. I mean, I bought 2 flash drives for like 20 or 30 something dollars. I think it was 20 something dollars because I got a discount, like they had percentage off or whatever. So you an able-bodied dude and lie and say, oh, I can't work due to PTSD, and stuff. But you sit there and bullying, tormenting, and terrorizing me, threatening to have my social security check garnished, and everything like that. Like, he's going through the hoops and extra lengths to threaten to destroy me while he's claiming to be targeted and tortured. Like, go sit the fuck down. You are a perp to a T. Definitely sold it out. Definitely. And they always feel the need to defend themselves and lie and say, I'm not a perp. Or I am not a perp. Well, you wouldn't be having more animosity and hostility and hatred towards a fellow TI than the perps that be fucking with you every day, if you really target it. And if you brag about being 6'3" or 6'4", or so, however tall you claim you are, if you're supposed to be this big ass man, you but you act like you got so much anxiety and fear, but you bullying a damn female. That's ass backwards. If you claim to be traumatized and you claim you have narc parents, I mean, have you fought back against your parents? No. I mean, and he sit there and friends with that online cult full of perps that perp me. And trying to give false proof that he thinks he's better than me. But he did perp shit by whenever I block his number, he would come back with another number and try to force unwanted contact with me. And then know everything about me because you've been stalking everything I do. I didn't even realize that he was being smart ass when I had the cab driving job, and he's like, well, congratulations on your new cab driving job. He told me that on Twitter, and I wasn't even following him. And so I didn't even realize until later on that I caught on to that. Oh, he was trying to be smart ass, and still like very bitter. I mean, because the falling out really happened, or everything went downhill when me and him got into an argument because he defended and agreed with the co-worker perp John from the temp job in Pensacola. And then he's like, yeah, even though I did videos, but I didn't mention his name. He's like, yeah, I saw those videos that you did about me. And he wanted to try to terrorize and make me feel scared, and trying to instill fear and bully me and try to make me afraid of him. But Anthony and Darius, they both like that. If you're merciful, forgiving, and you're scared of your perps, and you be rolling with your perps and kissing your perps ass, claiming to be targeted, and then act like a perp. But I'm a fellow TI who doesn't perp and never perped any of y'all. And then y'all sit there and act like as if y'all want to crush me like a beetle or something. And show no mercy. No mercy. But y'all don't have the same, what y'all want to call energy. I don't like that. I mean, what y'all want to call that same energy towards your perps, though. Towards the people that perp you or whatever. You're merciful and forgiving and try to get back into their good graces and kiss their asses and everything. Now that I'm awakened, you'll never catch me trying to kiss a perp's ass nowadays. And try to get back into their good graces. So I don't even know what's gonna come of this Friday. I wish I could have help for another week, but now I'm feeling like mixed emotions because I don't even know if there's another hotel, if they might charge a deposit, or if the gang stalking might be worse over there or something. I don't know, but I mean, yeah, I mean, I don't kiss perps ass, you know, and family members. Fuck these fake retarded celebrities, and but the ones that want to, that wish to get out and standing for the truth, well, I respect y'all. I heard about Black China, um, you know, trying to change her life around, and I applaud her for that. I know it takes a lot of strength and or whatever, and then coming up from that fake retarded Kardashian, they call it the Kardashian family cult. The Kardashian family cult. If she's able to get away from them, but I don't know what was going on. But some people said that her mom, Tokyo Tony, was hating on her, or or shut her down or something. But maybe her mom wasn't taking her seriously, because everybody just was freaked out about Black China and the big ritual. I think it was Grammy ritual that she did in the weird black dress. And Tokyo Tony was crying because she was afraid that Black China was trying to sacrifice her, or and so that might have been, and so then people defending and agreeing with Black China because she's the bigger star. So they try to make like, oh, the mom is bitter and jealous and childish and needs to grow up, and and oh, the only time that Tokyo Tony, you know, that, oh, she's mad because she can't get money, so she'll do things for attention, clout, and money, and this whatever. But but I don't know if Black China is being like genuine or whatever. But how I know this, like on one of my other YouTube channels, certain of these videos will be suggested to me. So that's how I know all this. But yeah, it was just this big ritual, you know. Oh, come on, man. You hear that? Imagine hearing that at 4 o'clock in the morning. That loud car that just passed by. Ear fucking Tatum. And that just happened just a few days ago. So that's another annoyance I have to deal with. But I'm gonna tell y'all this though. And like this morning when I was asleep, I had another dream manipulation kind of thing where I was in the courtroom and Aaliyah was alive and about 19 years old and confronted R. Kelly and emotionally broke down in tears in the courtroom, and she confronted him and and um and broke down crying, and they had a few other females that whose faces I never saw on TV or in real life. I don't know where they come from, but these three other females that were crying, and they were, and I was like, what kind of weird ass dream is this? That if Aaliyah was still alive and in the courtroom and, confronting R. Kelly, about, the things that he did in real life, but it's like the perps have been attacking me in my dreams. And then they make them symbolic. So, I really didn't even think about or even ask for that dream. As I said, I can't control my doggone dreams. So, I woke up in real life around 11 o'clock on 11 o'clock this morning. I woke up bothered and disturbed and shaken up. So like one time I had this weird ass dream that Sicko R. Kelly was a school bus driver, and me and that Jocelyn Savage were riding, sitting in the back of the bus, and then I we got off the bus, and the foster mom came and got me off the. And I was a grown woman in the dream, not a child. And then I went to this house, and these people let me in this house, and what I thought was portrayed as the foster grandma Mildred Collins' old house in Harvey, Louisiana, off of Dogwood Street. And then um I don't remember what else happened, and then I woke up out that dream. But that was, I don't even remember how, it was over a year ago I think I had that dream. But in real life, Jocelyn Savage didn't want to testify against R. Kelly, and she's, you know, the only one willing to stay. If it was Jocelyn and Azriel Clary, they were willing to stay with R. Kelly, but then Azriel woke up to the truth and was one of the, the last ones to leave. But Jocelyn was, still believes she's in love with R. Kelly and all. And that Jocelyn and Azriel had a big ass all out fist fight. You know, and I saw that video, was so scary that they were trying to kill each other in that hotel room lobby or whatever. But I heard that the parents were pimping them. It's disgusting, really disgusting. And I hate what the kids have to go through in Hollywood. And I mean, if you're forced with no choice and your parents sell your soul to Satan for their own greed. And I've been hearing for years about Aaliyah's mom, Diane Horton, being so money hungry and quick to sue people. That if you mention her name, the truth about her or whatever, she'll try to sue you or whatever. But see, they gotta be narcissistic abusers because they front like they're so proper and perfect and everything. But I mean, Ephesians 5:11 comes to mind when you hear about the things that they do behind closed doors. But a lot of people say that Miss Diane Horton's eyes look evil, and I heard that Miss Diane had, you know, Aaliyah and the dad Michael Horton murdered off. But I saw people were even trying to say that Miss Diane is transgender like Aaliyah. I'm like, well, that explains the man voice then. Miss Diane has a man voice. Not like no wonder. But the fake foster mom Adrian Felder has a voice like a man too. Tiny little short little lady, the foster mom, and all that smoke, the fake crusty, dirty, satanic, evil cigarettes. The fake foster mom and the dirty ass, cigarettes. And the fake, I mean the foster mom should be like one time when I was a kid and the foster mom gave me these red earrings. And she said, those are some real red rubies. She said, those are some real rubies you hear. And the foster mom, it's like Mark tries to talk like the foster mom, Adrian Felder. But the biological mom, Frances, had kind of I wouldn't say a man voice, but the biological mom, Frances, when she was alive, she'd be like, Candy, this mom. Now, when I tell you this, don't cry. You heard me. Brandy gave the kids away. That's how the biological mom, Frances, used to talk like 2 or 3 different voices. Why? I told you not to do that. You heard me? The biological mom, Frances, when she was alive, she'd be like, why? I told you not to do that. You heard me? Or she, oh, I told you not to do that. You heard me? But the fake foster mom, and Adrian Felder, she'd be like, well, I be, god damn. You mean to tell me you? She used to go like for, wow, like 1 to 10 in like a couple of seconds. And as little as she was, the foster mom, she had, we were bigger than her. She had us frightened and afraid of her. But I was a teenager and I started fighting back. I started to fight back. We were definitely afraid of her. And I used to hate her and be scared of her when I was 7 years old. But then maybe sometime after Al died, I must have felt really bad and then started to have the Stockholm syndrome. And she was love bombing me and pretending for me to be her favorite at the time. When I was in like 5th and 6th grade, I tried to act really good because I really wanted those Deion Sanders shoes. Nike Air Diamond Turf 2. I really wanted those shoes. And I never got them until I became an adult. And then I had a bad experience by an abusive, narcissistic perp in Los Angeles when I bought them. But those were amongst the most comfortable shoes I ever wore. Very comfortable. But somehow they only lasted 6 months. And they were like the second to most expensive pair of sneakers that I ever bought, I think. So, I really hate like being targeted and you finally get a job and you feel the confidence and comfortability that, oh, you can afford these $200 pair of shoes. For example, I never paid for $200 for a pair of shoes, but in 2021, working at Seville Quarter, I did when I had the job, and I spent $150 something or 150 or 60 something dollars on a pair of shoes, but I felt disappointed because I couldn't even fit them. So then when Hurricane Ida happened, and they had like a clothing drive or whatever, a food drive at that church, and then I just donated them. But otherwise, if me being targeted and homeless, if I would have been walking around with those shoes after I lost my job due to the workplace mobbing, and people would laugh in my face and say, fuck out of here, oh, you scamming people, not realizing that, I may have these nice shoes, but I recently had a job, but I'm, you know, didn't see it coming to end up losing my job. But normally, I don't have the money, or I don't even, I don't even have the money, or can't even really afford to buy nice shoes like that. Shoes that nice. But I couldn't get a refund on the shoes, so I just donated them. And I felt really terrible. But because being at the fake dirty YMCA, they try to tell me I have to exercise, and I was using trying to use those shoes for exercise, so and thought that they wouldn't last a long time, but another reason why I couldn't fit those shoes because being homeless on the streets and my feet swelling, and it's like, how come other people can wear those shoes? Why they're so tight on me? And they said that was the biggest size that they had. So but I didn't see it. I mean, I think that was in July when I got those shoes, but then August was when I lost the job. And I didn't see it coming. I didn't realize, when you think you got such confidence and thinking you're not going to get fired for a long time, and everybody's complimenting you on how good you clean the bathrooms and everything. So but that's like when I would be homeless on the streets and just got a job and gotta wait 2 or 3 weeks for the first paycheck, and then they see me with my work shirt on panhandling or asking for help, and they'd be like, fuck out of here, or they'll falsely assume that I'm scamming, but I'm homeless on the streets and finally got a job and started working, but I haven't got my first paycheck yet. And when I was working at ABM, they had that lady who shunned me for begging. She's like, over here begging. And then I broke down emotional tears and cried. She bullied, harassed, and threatened me. And she threatened to tell the employer, the manager, about me being out in the streets begging. But I think she was an abusive, narcissistic, fake, crusty ghetto perp. Fake, crusty ghetto perp. Over here begging. But I haven't got my first paycheck yet. And they workplace mobbed the shit out of me out that ABM job. And then they tortured me with energy weapons bad enough that I ended up in the emergency room 4 times within a matter of 6 weeks. And then I was forced to quit and then didn't get to work for like a year and a half. And then the next was the Sky Zone job, and y'all know what happened with that. And it was a miracle, and I was surprised to have any jobs past the Sky Zone job. But now I can't get shit, anything at all. So yeah, I'm really scared. But I really enjoy staying up in here and writing the short stories or whatever. But I don't know if within the past couple of days, if the perps manipulated, if they used the director or whatever mind control technology to manipulate me to lose my desire to want to write anymore and say, well, I'm sick and tired of writing. Well, I'm tired of writing, or but I'm gonna say this: I had numerous months where my Amazon ebooks I got no royalties, no money at all, and the highest amount of money I got was the first check. But I just got a notification um today in the email that I'm supposed to get like a little small compensation, probably $2 or $3, you know. But for some time with Quora, for some time, Quora, you know, was giving me a little bit of like $7 or $8 every 3 or 4 months with the partnership program. And the perps and my twin sisters, they all bullied me off of Quora. And and then, you know, it's been I haven't gotten anything from Quora lately for a while, but that could have been a money making side hustle right there. And that could have been a money making side hustle that you get paid to ask questions. So they ruined that for me. And then Kofi, I try to bring that to knowledge. People ignore me trying to write, but I don't think I'll be able to be making that much from YouTube. So it's like I'm just growing more enemies and haters. I'm surprised that um all those subscribers I lost got all the way down from 1,201 all the way to 1193. And now I'm back to at least about 1,200 subscribers now. Like, so I lost all those subscribers last week, and now it look like I regained them back. I don't know if it's the same people that resubscribe or if I just got new people. But it seems like my TikTok and Twitter followers are kind of starting to grow too, but I've been losing Twitter followers. But my YouTube subscribers been fluctuating very much so, so I can't just look at stuff on YouTube. I got to go all the way to look at YouTube Studio to look at everything. To look at exactly the exact number of videos I have, the exact number of subscribers I have, and everything else. So, the perps that are getting paid to traffic and destroy us, they criminalize targets for trying to make a living. Make your own living. And either way it go, like they treat you like you don't have a right to spend your own money the way you want to, even if you work for it. They still try to control that. And they don't like you. But they've been harassing and stalking everything you do for years. And you're going to tell me this ain't spiritual. When people don't like you, then lie on you in an attempt to control who likes you. That's a narcissistic smear campaign summed up. But it's dangerous enough that perps be trying to stab you. They be trying to run over you with their cars. I heard profess targeted individuals, even the fake ones, lying if they say that perps will shoot at them and stuff like that. So they're really out here trying to kill people. And it's really scary out here. But that Charles Langenberg, that's his name, with the exposed gang stalking site. So they took that down. And I'm glad they had Wayback Machine, and I'm glad people backed it up and saved it, and I'm glad to be an uncorrupted TI. So I have the information in the description box on, ways to help me. If you wanted to donate to my short stories and support me, or if you wanted to donate to my blog or Ko-fi or PayPal, Venmo, CashApp. But the perps had disabled my author profile for Amazon. And I told y'all that the online perps write false bad reviews on all my ebooks on purpose to deter people from wanting to support. And I, you know, get punished and criminalized for trying to make a living. Come on, man. So, if I get a job on my own and then make an honest living, then the perps want to treat me like as if I murdered somebody. They treated me like as if I committed an unforgivable crime to get my own job by myself, and nobody else want to help me. But the job don't last long because of workplace mobbing. So I'm scared to be back on the streets this coming Friday within 3 days. And I mean, it's so hard. It's really hard. And I've become like they've been causing me chronic fatigue, and then being sleep deprived is the most torture to try to work an 8-hour shift and got no sleep for 18 days and still try to push yourself to work, or if you're that sleep deprived that you have to call in sick, or that you had to go to the hospital. Now, like, I am sleep deprived now. So at nighttime, here the past over a week, if I end up feeling heavy anxiety at night and feeling too anxious to go to bed and then fall asleep after 4 o'clock in the morning. I don't like that schedule, that forced schedule. I mean, what happened to me going to bed at 10 or 11 o'clock at night and then wake up at 7 in the morning? I can't even have my own bed schedule or sleep schedule like I want to. And it's so scary, being on the doggone streets. And people say, well, why don't you go get, raise donations for an RV? Because the perps won't allow it. They won't even let me have a car. And they don't have that authority. It's like I'm just left to die.